Good afternoon, good afternoon. Welcome back to Air Radio Salguero Spain today, 15th February 2021, as usual, Monday to Friday. The bulletins from our beloved country. We now bring you the headlines from the papers, then after the details. The first paper we are going to glance on, Standard. The first story, the headline, Ministers clash over German deportation agreement. And also, Gambia receives agricultural materials. Then, Justice Minister apologized, Assembly set his bills aside. Let me expand it a little bit and see. Assembly set his bill aside. So we will elaborate on it after the details, after the headlines rather. NPP partners fear division over assembly election. Mayor law wraps up BCC achievement. Then on the side, MFDC release captured Senegalese soldiers. Then teacher in court for trafficking student. And also government pleads for patience in teachers' strike. Journalists ought to avoid spreading fake news, disinformation. So those are the headlines from Standard newspaper. Let's go to Point newspaper and see what they have rose. Coincide with Standard. MFDC released 7 Senegalese soldiers. Then, Gambia Armed Forces raises concern over nature of news reporting on sensitive security matters. GAMTUB chairman speaks against ECOWAS sanction on Mali. TRRC Chronicle 2 decades of media oppression in Gambia. And then judicial partners train judges, magistrates on sentencing guidelines. GYIN Gambia, UNESCO, UNESCO, Dhaka validate manual on conflict prevention and peace building education. So let's see the national news down. Coastal Security CEO extends magnanimity to Bruce B. Police. ST Martial Arts Union bagged 3 gold medals at international champions in Malta. And then Valentine Day, Access Bank Gambia Limit returns gratitude to customers. So those are the headlines from Point. So let's go to Standard, the first story. The first story on Standard in details. The headline, Ministers clash over German deportation agreement. This one by Omar Ba, Standard Key Reporter, read by Hajalama Air Radio Salguero Spain. In our studio here, our YouTube channel, Al-Hajjadama Diba, simultaneously on our Facebook pages, Al-Hajjadama Diba, my blog, and Al Radio. Now the details. The Ministers of Foreign Affairs and the Interior on Friday clashed at the National Assembly over a deportation agreement signed between the Ministry for the Interior and Baden-Württemberg, a state in southwest Germany, bordered France and Switzerland. Assembly Standing Committee on Foreign Affairs on Friday invited VP Aissatou Touré, Ministers Mamadou Tangara of Foreign Affairs and Yankuba Sonko of the Interior to provide updates on the response of the government to the situation of Gambians being deported from Germany, as well as those who awaiting deportation. The lawmakers wanted a specific answer on the first 25 and second 20 undocumented Gambians deported from Germany. Responding to the lawmakers, Mr. Tangara said, when it comes to the first 25, that was a condition laid by the Germans before they started supporting us, but the other 20 that came, we didn't know how they came because the mission in Brussels covering Germany was not aware of it. I think I had it here, so we didn't know how they came into the country and where they are. Where they are, they don't know. And as far as the discussion on migration is concerned, we have to make a difference between the good practice document and the bilateral agreement with Germany, and there we have to speak with one voice, he said. I think that is very important, and that's why when the 20 came, we all could have been in the picture, but that didn't happen, he said. Minister Tangara said a deal was entered between the Ministry for the Interior and Baden-Württemberg without the knowledge of his ministry. To my surprise, I have seen that an agreement was entered between Baden-Württemberg and the Ministry of Interior. I don't know whether you saw it. I have the document. I can give you, or I can give it to you rather. He posted, referring to the Minister of Interior, Yankuba Sonko. That prompted the Minister for the Interior, Yankuba Sonko, to intervene to ask Mr. Tangara, who was the Minister for the Interior at that time the agreement was signed. Tangara responded, "You were the minister." Minister Sonko further posted, "But I didn't remember signing it." But Tangara swiftly responded, "It was not signed by you because I have seen that document." Mr. Tangara further revealed that 2 immigration liaison officers are stationed in Germany and Italy who are issuing traveling documents without the knowledge of the Gambia's mission in Brussels. We should also know who gave those migrants documents to be able to come back, because Germany doesn't have the right to bundle them just like that and put them into a plane. And I know certainly our mission didn't give them the documents, he said. Minister Sonko admitted that immigration officers were in Italy. The vice president tried to intervene on several occasions to bring an end to the exchange. So it ends there. Stay tuned. Don't go. We'll be back momentarily in Mandinka after a short jingle. Yo assalamu alaikum badi olo kal konton al token lol nal konton ken lol han biya nal badi ma laja na olim na YouTube channel to jang anin na Facebook page ol be to page sabo nyim pe membe ko laja da madiba my blog anin alagi radio nal dun tali like anin aliya share anin aliyem follow YouTube channel nal dun ta ali subscribe botino ma pro al se na channel nyin al se valoro diala nim fanan aliyem follow aliya share alla friends on alla kanuntelia men be ko al badi olde so nga continue bi karotil tang anilulo nyem February 2022 sawo nyin kono mbenda talato fe ngana dum kibarol ko membotan na kanunte banko nyin kang membe ko Banjul di Gambia so nga follow kibar ko la sinana kibar follow men nga karang details so angale kamoto membe ko ministry dunta nyola de membe den ning German Deportation kambe ngomen so tayning Gambia tem ka continue Gambia la Senegal ko joran so to pour seno ka continue fanan ko tagi justice minister matra tilon ko la ay bolo sayro ke na député bongolalde bitwe bongo anim fanan assembly fanan na ala bilo nyin jenkendi karala yo NPP aning ila partner teng membe kala ngalong do kotong men lata Adama Barrow kan ko ni agibe sai italata nyofede ni nata nyin député carte reform kan teng italata nyofe meolo sai nin ko mate anyanta mengela bangin city council anyanta men sot laji ko men ala hamakola ko nin kumu awokele ka men wrap up on BCC agreement so hanibi 40 ans la Senegal ning MFDC ila conflict ning mem ketanun na banko kang santeng yela sojarol men muta men economic ko ye bulale mo worawlo kunum belengaji highlight nung social media through iAfrica TV anim fanan B men ma beta jeto journalist oli safero ke akwal eko teacher sobe kitidlade meng ay karam do nino wala traffic comme ka bondidla ka sambadla ka men teacher in court for trafficking student yo man sakunda be dan roke kan ko molli munya rumuna don teacher solbe balambaya men ke kan ba setula anim fanan journalist o ko ye kumande prosi akata ye fanjam fandi kibaro men man soto ka men fake news ko ta o ko mol kalamutandi wala information on this information a journalist o ko men journalist ole kumandro ke nyina majumana talo jang demba Ali Jaw memon foreign minister information minister koto no the former minister of information Demba Jaw has urged Gambian journalists to avoid being used as agent of fake news and disinformation kuma be dan lakan romo kana na ke do jorangote puru ka woldu da kono men man kitto nyati ko janjandi fonyo kono moli so ay dan la wal yo hanbi ngaji be fo nim fembe jeto nim fente jeto nga konte ngata point yisiba ngina mu kibar la ngata ngamenje follow so sai ngata point yisiba e kambe ndawtolde nyindo wala MFDC ye mo rowla bula Senegal so jarol men ye mutano ning e dun danyola wata men na Gambia o ma fon la jeto foni hanbi ka continue na Gambia Armed Forces so jarol ye kuma kan bondide men ko men kata suloti ni nata kolla men be laring kibaro men ka bondi men asekeno mantoroti ka men sensitive security mata ni nata na tanko bunda nyindo kibar sifani men ka fintinde kote sola quality de sai banko kan siata bake ka continue ka men kuma ni gamtub wallahi kiamano adiamata kolla de men be denning ECOWAS e sansono men la malikan TRRC fanan ko ka mena chronicle 2 decades olam sanji muang men keta media olamu sanji muang media nying operational membe lare kan Gambia bank ko kan ne oji be drum o man toro nying TRRC kuma kan bonditul fanana karol bari reporto nying diamata karol bedal men nyanta ka topoto men pe man toro so nying sanji muang nem fulo nying kono Yo inadna karandroke na jojolla ani na magistrate la purun sentencing comme mo ni be asoronna comme yamuta kiti yamuta enyanda men lala kan butero la karola o guideline ol comme sorry enyanda kamel la kan ye karandi wala ka fome ka foy ko GYIN Gambia aning UNESCO Dakar Senegal banko kanko ye kutakutandro ke manual on conflict wala fitno tang ibo tankono la nyamen aning kanana ka Cairo sabatindi nina karangola karola kamol karana la pick up mena peace building education so ngai la duma kibarol fanangibe UNODC ol fane fengol di equipment na police min mata dro kola na Bangkok coastal security CO extend magnanimity to Bruce B police olemu siripsise mentamu ning security company di fananat na kontondro futani Bruce B police ya ka continue ka mina SE martial arts ito molde o union nying badge 3 ila badge 3 gold medal meng ko at international champion ngala yola soto jeto Malta Bangkok Europe Valentine Day wala kano alungo ko niajibe Access Bank Limited o fana ye murundro ke controller anim fana kontano la kola ke jay ka itentu menbe ko ila clientol customer thing so ginel mukibarol timin men findita point newspaper so ada murko mangada ngamen karan nung angle count in details mbelin standard la kibarola video men finda nung a video nying kuma kangol men lawanda find la jiro comme ka demande man bon le bi men findita standard men be denning minister la du nyolola ni nata kambe o men sota German ma fami ka fuge baden woden back in Gambia tema pour deportation ko nyina agreement o nying so nga continue kibaro nying kono membe jeta sorry kibaro me asbe Omar Ba stand la ki report memba kranga la jalma na YouTube channel jan na Facebook channel beto so nga dun kibaro nying fang minister men matra nyin dinkral men be ko foreign affairs minister ning banko kono kuola comme bantala kuol membe marliama foreign affairs aning banko kono ko aning polisol jumalunga dunta nyola de ka mena class National Assembly député bongo nyento membe denning saint role la men boko kambe men sorta ya sign comme ni ministry bunda aning interior aning ministry bunda men ko interior aning baden watem back German lo ma fawning comme ni mudingrale ga fujele ko southwest sonko du tilibo ma fawn la German France la boda ni Switzerland na beolto so ning Ministry of Interior ni agreement do sabe pour be Gambia de on be joto be deport la nyame o agreement do ni da mal dun ta nyola wala ministry bunda marling foreign affairs wala bantla ko la ni ton membe marling banko dingol la ko la banko kono aning lunta on lukata fo police holding interior ko continue iko the assembly standing committee wala national assembly député bungi mi de lori nyon ko kuna on the foreign affairs comme bantla ko la jumalunga inatna commandro ke mola de membe ko president normalan ko ka me vice president Aissatou Touré aning minister membe ko Mamadou Tangara foreign minister aning Yankuba Sonko mem marta banko kono ko la nim polisol to provide updates pour kanana ka kuta yandro ke kola jabiro la karola ni nata man sekunda la karola al halon be larin Gambia dul being deported coming min deport na Germany kan fi Gambia banko kan ani min santing be siring be batun roke kan prove sign la Gambia banko kan nyame ye kumandi wala police jabiro ko man sekunda la lor labe wala al haloto nyadi. So odin grangin dole men be ko in dibitol ka men law makers lafita pour ka jeko ka jabiro di la jabiro membe tarla denning mo moni lulu follow men isainina Gambia banko kan ani mo muang men labanta kana men fang wol man kaito kaito soto membe ko deportation kaito ka bonang German banko kan olen safarong iman kaito soto membe ko national kaito nyin ID card nyin membe ko passeport o TC nyin comme yeyin nin ka wala pruso kumo nyin iso jabiro ke comme ka kol kutakuta yande o ko nyin abelari nyade ka continue jabiro la karola ni nada to dibitol nyin ya minister Tangara ay memfo wala ngintiko ako when it comes to ning kabring ni momon ning lulu follow men nata ko wode that obe conditional ming Germany landi janibe datro kala purka Gambia makoy men dantete natna tenden ako bari niajibe nying momo men labanta kana that came we didn't know ako imalong o momo wol nata nyadile katuko Gambia la embassy be Brussels misono nyi membe marleo ma fango bela covering Germany atlebe marlin German la bari wo aman nyin ko kala mata nyin momo men labanta kam na Gambia banko kan on the deportation of German authority German ol yemen burunang follow nyi yo kala mata because we conditional la ni mangol ta ete makoy la bar ni ol tay be makoy la so sontol bar momo men labanta nala e malo nata nyamen ndum fanan itol man kayde de so ninkum misonon fana mi Brussels membe marle o ma fangola wol fana manyin ko kalam akwa nyim ati I think I had it here ka nyin ati haji ko nyina makela moy foloti o dinkra nyindo National Assembly nyin mo la na Gambia banko kan ako imalon fana o mol inata nyamen anin fana kana banko kan anin fana ibe damen Gambia banko kan Tangara men fo. So they was very serious. According as far as the discussion on migration coming, dinata coming kachala membe denning molmen ka wudai kata wandi bankol kang coming sulwala ning kachambe auto ako nyanda menkela dong. We have to make a difference between nyanda cool fatan fansdal ninata good practice la document kendo la karola anin fanan men fanan buko kambiango men sotota in lafulol teme ka men bilateral agreement German na karola anin there we have to speak with one voice coming itul nyanta nasi idiamo kankilin na okode coming ministry bundalte Narna tenteng ako we all could have been in picture nin kube kala ibele la nyanda ka kun ajeto manyana dol sideline na dol yake o clean yake ayin dol to karala wala ngindra be wala fo kan ron ado ko ibele nyanda kake ni ministry bundal men bebe lori nyin ko kunna ay men be concerned ko continue Mr. Tangara men fo fanan hako dilo nyin was entered comme adundament tema wala mu ministry bunda men mata banko kono ko la ning polisol inin German na ma fangala because amangi German biti ka fdame baden woten back damen itul imam fen kalamta jetol men matra bantala banko kola ani Gambia don investire banta ka mena foreign affairs ministry ko kalamta nyi agreement men dunta German na ma fangoni Gambia la interior ministry tem ako mem ketay jakalo fangoti surprised ko I have seen that an agreement was entered between ñing akayo agreement o jela kambe o men sorte tema men dunta baden watan bagning ministry bunda marta na banko kono kuola ning police la ka jele kota jakal kubata comme o keta nyame ako atema long fo a jela bang ako fo minister ni o député olete ana tende ko te o documento babul ako ni lafita asayitan dil ay men fo ako abe men fo kante aba fo kan jumale wala mu minister men marta police la ni banko kono kuola interior ten ko o kayto bate bulle kayto men itol ministry bunda sign inin jaman no mafong so foreign minister tangara be wala fo kan yankuba sonko ko na alla fita saitanda na wonarna ke fentimen na ka anyininka ni minister men marta banko kono kuola ni polisol ka nyata kuntunte ka fae ko Mr. Tangara, who was the minister jumala minister ti o wato la obesaina wato men interior yin komen banko kono ko ni polisol men marlama o wato la ni agreement o yin kambe sainda wato men Tangara na jabiro ka ko itelemun minister you were the minister bari Mr. Sonko na ni tandala ko ako jumal ding yo kaito sign because atemari member ko abo kaito sign ka wato men ay mem fo Tangara o kamala bari Tangara na yelama kay ajabi men na wolingin ko it was not signed by you committee yang wasogo itele minister de rumo bari tema assign as skenwa jannata regala minister o police la sign o moko baraka itema sign ako I have seen that document akay o kaito yingelate Tangara ay wolfo nying minister do nye membe ko Sonko Mr. Tangara na tende ngai bondro ko la ko that two immigration liaison officers coming immigration officer fula be o mafa la men be comme kaf men men be ning masakunda tema o interior tema men be German banko kan in Italy who are in mumole de men ka travel documento comme tamaran kaito de da moli moli Gambia la mission be Brussels ay mantra akalamta kan comme ñunu be yin kaydol de da kanne bar Gambia la embassy be Brussels membe marle o ma faale e manyin ko kalamta ko ñi liaison official kayin kayto men da travel documento pour yin se mol deport no ñame e mantra akalamta kan wala Gambia la mission o ñinte be Brussels ako we should also know who gave those migrants documents to be able to come back because German doesn't have the right to bundle them just like that and put them into a plane. And I know certainly our mission didn't give them the document. Well, in the wrong. Ako yamu feneti yanta ka long coming yumul jumali kaito today. Because the document to be able to prove sinana no Gambia banko kanyame because ako German mang nyanto soto puru kay molta ki sapinyo kang o nyama puru keta ki bulani nang pleno kono ki samana Gambia akabe larin yin nako Gambia la mission o ambassador mbi odlato among kaydo otoman o manyu kaydo di nulu I mean Dante natna continue minister Sonko member marda interior la nim police interior la comme banko kono ko la nim police holding tankola karola asonda nako ni immigration official min ni afoten Tangara afo ako ibe Italy ay memfo odum to nyalte mo jamase o ko to nyandi nole because mol kumbota kola ko immigration will be Italy men ika kaito de la police olie ika Gambia don identify pour be deport la nyame so maji afinta jam o kono lemu bari kabri nyosa bo warta ni minister flol tema ni kokuna vice president men mo bela ke wati geto anatna na intervene adake ko nyin kono puru sinaji ko sinana nyin nyo sabombe da maltema be kumol men sabang falin ga nyotema asidanno nyame so nyin kuma kan dandol so mbade on Binanya to demanin kibar ko don la kan ra lo to al badi ma la jada manam e radio Spain ban ko kan sal sato nyin kono